Hey guys, MediaNutso here, and welcome to another edition of MediaNutso Plays. Tonight we're gonna do the... Pardon me, I'm just getting over a cold. Anyway, as I was saying, tonight's gonna be a special one. As you can already see from the title, well, tonight it's going to be a night of firsts. Specifically, we're going to be covering the first lesson the very first lesson in each of the 4 categories. Well, starting off with the lesson that kicked off the website, right? Learning all about the lunar cycle. Anyway, without further ado, let's get things rolling.
Are you excited about the Pokémon contest?
You bet. I can't wait until we get there. Skinny's going to be great.
Well, we still have a ways to go before we get there.
I know. And the sun's about to set. I hope we don't have to walk the rest of the way in the dark.
I wouldn't worry about that, May. I bet the moon will shine brightly enough to light our way.
How can you be sure? Some nights there's a lot of moonlight. Other nights you can hardly see it.
That's true. And some nights you can't see the moon at all.
I wonder if there is a way to know for sure if the moon will be out.
Sierra at the Learning League Lab would know. Let's give her a call on the Poképilot. Hey, Sierra, can you help us out?
Sure thing, Ash. What do you need?
We're trying to figure out if the moon will be out tonight.
Is there a way to tell?
Sure there is.
Why does it shine?
Actually, it doesn't.
What are you talking about? Of course it does.
We might call it moonlight, but the light doesn't actually come from the moon.
Then where does it come from?
The sun.
What? That doesn't make sense. Does it?
Lots of things reflect light. That means when light shines down on them, it bounces off. That's what happens with the moon. Sunlight shines on the moon, and the moon reflects that light down to Earth. So, moonlight is actually sunlight reflected by the moon. The only reason we can see the moon in the sky is because it reflects light from the sun. Well, sometimes the moon is a big circle in the sky, almost like a giant pizza. Other times, it's just a slice.
A pretty weird-looking slice.
Okay, maybe it doesn't look exactly like a slice of pizza, but you guys know what I mean. I'm talking about the different phases of the moon, the lunar cycle.
Lunar? Why don't we just call it the moon cycle?
Well, you're right. Lunar means something that involves the moon. So, you already know the moon looks different almost every night. That happens because the moon is always moving.
Where does it go?
It travels around Earth. The path it takes is called the moon's orbit.
Does the moon change shape as it travels?
Well, the moon doesn't actually change. It just looks like it does. As the moon moves, it can block sunlight, so we see less and less of it, or more and more of it, as it stops blocking sunlight.
And this is what you call the lunar cycle, right?
You got it. Let's take it step by step. At the beginning of the lunar cycle, the moon is in between the sun and Earth. When it's in that spot, the moon blocks sunlight instead of reflecting it. It's blocking sunlight, so it would look dark. We can't see it. This first phase, or change, is called the new moon.
But the moon doesn't stay in that one spot. It keeps moving.
Yep. A few nights later, the moon has moved enough to reflect a little light.
That's when it looks like that weird slice of pizza.
Ha! Right! You guys catch on quick. And that phase is called the crescent moon.
Let me guess what happens next. As the moon keeps moving, we see more and more of it.
Exactly. The moon looks like it's growing in the sky. That's called waxing. The moon keeps waxing as it keeps moving. Eventually, it moves behind Earth. Now, it's Earth that's between the moon and the sun. In that spot, the moon reflects a lot of light, and we can see all of one side. That's called the full moon.
How long before that happens?
It takes about 2 weeks from the new moon to the full moon. In this case, what grows bright must grow dark. As the moon continues its orbit, it moves from the light back into the dark. Now, the moon isn't waxing, it's shrinking or waning.
I bet I know what happens next. Back to that weird pizza slice.
Uh-huh. It's a crescent moon again. Before you know it, the moon has moved back to that first spot between the sun and earth. It completely blocks sunlight. So it's a new moon again. And the whole thing starts all over again.
So that's why it's called a cycle? Because it repeats?
Exactly. It takes 29 days for the moon to complete its orbit. That's almost a month, which is why we see a full moon every month or so. Then it starts all over from the beginning. Hey, we've got a great activity here at the lab that we use to help us figure out moonlight.
Why don't you try it? Click next.
Use your mouse to see the moon move through its orbit. See if you can match each phase of the moon. That's right. The moon is between the sun and earth. It blocks sunlight so we can't see it. That's right. The moon has moved away from the sun and reflects a little light. That's right. The moon is behind Earth and reflects a lot of light. That's right. The moon is starting to block sunlight, so it seems to shrink in the sky. Use your mouse to see the moon move. See if you can put these 6 phases of the moon in the right order. Drag each phase of the moon to its correct order in the spots 1 through 6. See if you can put these 6 phases of the moon in the right order. See if you can put these 6 phases of the moon in the right order. See if you can put these 6 phases of the moon in the right order. So now, you know all about the lunar cycle.
Great! Thanks for your help. See you later.
See you! Bye!
So what do you think? Will we have a full moon tonight?
Let's see. It's been growing in the sky.
It's been waxing.
That must mean we'll have a full moon tonight, and we should have enough light to follow the road.
All right, let's get moving.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Yep, that was a pretty short one, but hey, it was the very first lesson moment. Mate, so you can tell, so they were just kind of getting the wing of it. Anyway, on to the next one. Well, we'll learn a thing or two about similes and metaphors.
Pokémon Show special event today only. Provide descriptions of your Pokémon to register.
The competition looks tough at this event.
Yeah, there are so many well-groomed Pokémon with beautiful owners. I think my future wife is here.
Oh, brother. Well, we're here for May and her Pokémon. Stay focused. Here she comes now.
Hey, May. Did you register?
Yeah, but the judges told me I need descriptions for all of my Pokémon. I have to announce them and say something about what they're like. How am I going to do that?
Sounds like you need to talk to Lex at the Learning League lab. He always knows what to say.
Hi there.
Hi, Lex. May needs your help.
Hi, Lex. I have to come up with descriptions of all my Pokémon so they can be entered in the Pokémon show.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, maybe we should practice first before we do that.
That's a good idea. Let's try a different Pokémon. Gyarados is cool.
Great. Well, May, tell me, what does Gyarados look like?
Well, look. Here's its picture. Its whiskers make it look like this old dojo master in Petalburg City, if he was blue and had a tail.
So you see, you're giving a description using comparisons. You're saying what something is like by saying why it is like or not like something else.
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying.
Exactly. Comparisons help people see what you're saying. You're showing them in your own words what something is like. And you can describe anything. Settings, moods and feelings, characteristics, tastes, sounds. So let's try some more using what you all are familiar with.
Awesome! We'll try some more with Pokémon. How's this one? When it comes to girls, Brock wishes he was as charming as Igglybuff.
What a cute little Igglybuff. Although, usually he just blushes until he's pink like one.
It's true.
That's right, guys. You made two great comparisons with Brock and Igglybuff. And each of the comparisons used the word like or as. That's called a simile.
But what if I say, Brock's hair is a fluffy zigzagoon? Here's a zigzagoon.
It's my shampoo.
Well, May, that's a metaphor. In that example, you compared Brock's fluffy hair to zigzagoon without using the words like or as.
5 minutes to showtime.
So, the way the judges sound on the loudspeaker, you'd think they were robots? That would be a metaphor.
That's exactly right. And then how do you say it so that your example is a simile?
How about, the loudspeaker makes the judges sound like they're robots?
That would be a simile.
Right. You got it.
That's good, 'cause I don't have much time.
Why don't you try some more comparisons to help you get ready? I think you can do it.
I'm up for a challenge. Let's go. Okay, here's my first comparison. Love Disc is a pink Valentine heart that swims. What is this called?
Click on the simile, metaphor, or neither button to select the right choice. You got it. Saying is makes the comparison a metaphor.
What if we wanted to change this comparison to a simile? Help me choose the correct description. Click on the correct one. Love Disc is like a swimming pink Valentine heart.
You got it. The use of like in this comparison makes it a simile.
Celia's whiskers are like two paper fans on its nose.
Good job. The word like in this comparison makes it a simile.
Okay, now what description would we choose to make this a metaphor? Help me choose the correct description. The whiskers on Celia's nose remind me of two paper fans.
Correct. This sentence makes a comparison, but doesn't use like or as.
All right, next up. Swablu likes to make things nice and clean, as do I.
Nice work. That one was tricky. Though both like and as are used in this sentence, there's no comparison being made. How about another, May? What would be a simile involving Swablu?
Can you help me pick the simile? Swablu has wings like clouds.
Good job. The word like in this comparison makes it a simile.
All right. I think I'm getting the hang of this. I wrote a bunch down on some note cards.
Now announcing the next contestant, May from Petalburg City.
That's me.
Good luck, May. Go tell those judges what kind of comparisons you're made of.
I'll do my best. Thanks for all your help.
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
Great!
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
Great!
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
Great!
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
Great!
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
You got it!
Drag each sentence card to the correct pedestal.
You got it! We did it! Thanks for helping me announce all of my Pokémon!
I think you did an awesome job coming up with all those comparisons.
Yeah!
Hey, wait a second! Where's my Eevee?
First place prize awarded to May from Petalburg City for her excellent Eevee.
All right! Woohoo!
Way to go, May.
Yeah, congratulations! And congratulations to you, miss, for having such beautiful eyes!
Oh, come on! Have you learned nothing today? You have to embellish what you want to say. Try a comparison.
I mean, you are a beautiful ray of sunlight, glimmering through a diamond. You're like a beautiful symphony! She looked at me! She smiled at me!
Comparison's got a girl to notice Brock. Wow, similes and metaphors are powerful.
You're telling me.
Cute ending. Now, that's all I got to say about that. Now, let us move on. Our next one will definitely help out people, but when they're in a disagreement. As we'll learn a thing or two about win-win solutions.
Ash, come here. Take a look at this. Doesn't that blue jewel match my eyes perfectly?
That's great, May. Blue Jewel. Really great. Come on, we've had a long enough break already. Let's put Squirtle and Fampy away and get moving.
But I'm not ready to go yet, Ash. I want to go inside and check out the shop.
Check out the shop? I think you're forgetting something, May. I need to get to the Fuchsia Gym to meet and battle a new trainer.
Well, I need to go shopping for a blue jewel.
But while you're in there shopping, I'd be missing out on an incredible battle.
And if we leave now, I'd be missing out on an incredible jewel.
May, you're being silly. Let's just go to the battle already.
No, Ash. You're the one who's being silly. Let's just go shopping already.
Battle!
Shopping!
Squirtle! Well, we're not going to get anything or get anywhere if we keep this up. Let's call Quinn at the Learning League lab. Maybe he can help us figure this out.
Hi, Ash. Hi, May. How's it going?
Fine. I was just about to shop for a pretty new jewel.
Not fine. I need to get to a battle.
Sounds like a little problem you've got there. Is that why you called?
Well, there wouldn't be a problem if May would just agree to get going.
He's right, Quinn. There wouldn't be a problem if Ash would just agree to let me shop for a minute.
Okay, let's think about this. Ash, can you tell me what you want?
Sure, that's easy. I want to get to the gym. There's a battle that is just calling my name.
And May, can you tell me what you want?
Absolutely. I want to go into the shop. There's a jewel that is just calling my name.
Okay, it's obvious you both want different things. So we're going to have to look for a win-win solution.
Win-win? Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's get to the battle.
Well, I'm not talking about your battle right now.
Oh.
So, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about you winning and Ash winning.
Winning a battle?
No, winning by coming up with a win-win solution to your problem. A win-win solution is a way to solve a problem that makes everyone happy.
How can we do that?
First, you have to think about what you both want or need.
We already did that. I want to get to the gym.
And I want to go into the shop.
Gym, shop. That's what each of you wants. So let's think of some different ways we could solve the problem. What if you both just go home and forget about the battle and shopping?
No way!
That's not fair. Then we would both be unhappy.
Right. Ash would lose out on what he wants, and you would lose out on what you want, May. We call that a lose-lose solution.
Well, that solution is out. I am not a loser.
So what do we do?
You tell me. What's another way to solve your problem?
We can get to the gym. Now!
That is one way to solve the problem, but let's think about how everyone would feel about the solution. Would you be happy?
I'd be really happy.
And what about you, May?
I would definitely not be happy.
I'm sorry, Ash, but that choice would lead to a win-lose solution. One of you, Ash, wins. The other, May, loses. Any other ideas?
Ash could come with me into the shop. Then I could look around at all the pretty things and buy my jewel.
Another solution. But how would you both feel, May?
Well, I'd be happy, but I guess Ash wouldn't. It looks like another win-lose solution.
You're catching on, May. It's a different solution, but it still is win-lose.
So how do we get to a win-win solution?
Oh, so you'd like to work together to find a solution that makes you both happy.
Yes!
Great. That's step 2.
Step 2 accomplished.
You got it.
Great. Now you have to work together to figure out who gets what.
Who gets what? So that's step 3.
Right. And to do that, you have to really get into each other's heads. Focus on the other person's interests, not just getting what you want. You know, think about what May wants, or needs, or fears. Just put yourself in May's shoes, okay, Ash? And you do the same for Ash, May.
That doesn't sound easy.
Well, it isn't easy, and sometimes you don't get exactly what you want. But you might end up with something even better than where you started.
That sounds okay, but I'll have to think it over. I'm not sure I'm ready to give up going to the battle.
Well, if you did that, you'd just be giving in. But there are other ways to solve the problem. You could schedule it for a different time so May has time to go shopping. It isn't easy, but it also doesn't have to be hard. Let's go back to step 1. You want to go to the gym. May wants to go shopping.
And we've taken step 2. We've agreed to work together to find a win-win solution.
It sounds like you're ready for step 3. Any ideas on who gets what?
Well, I don't really want Ash to miss out on a battle, and it is getting late, so maybe we should just go.
No way, May. You're not getting out of this unhappy. You really want that jewel?
But time's running out, Ash.
It is. We've agreed to solve this together, and I'm not leaving until you're happy.
Okay, I think I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
Ash, we can just come back to the shop after you finish your battle. It's open at night. Then you're happy, and I'm happy.
But what if the jewel is gone by the time we come back? Then you won't be very happy.
You're right.
Okay. I think I have an idea. What if we ask the shopkeeper to hold the jewel until we get back? Then I get to battle, and you get your jewel. And as much time to shop as you want. I promise.
Ah, you got it. You are a winner, Ash.
And I am too. It's a win-win solution.
Wow. I'm sure this win-win thing could help us at other times, too.
You're right. Want to help us?
Here's a game.
I think I get it now. Win-win. Everyone gets to be a winner.
Here's a game that can give you some practice finding win-win solutions. Click on the box to hear Ash or May describe a problem. Then read each of the solutions and think about how they will make Ash and May feel. Drag each of the solutions into a box that shows how Ash and May would feel.
I think May should use Torchic in a battle, but she wants to use Beautifly.
You're a winner. The win-win is something new that they can both agree to.
Ash wants to eat pizza at the cafeteria. I want to go to a restaurant my guidebook recommended and try new foods.
Great work. A restaurant with pizza and new foods to try is a great win-win solution.
Ash wants to go swimming, but I'm afraid that the water is too cold.
You did it. The win-win solution is a new activity that includes them both.
May wants to stay and practice more win-win solutions with Quinn, but I want to get back on the road.
Yes! This win-win is a twist on what they both want.
I think I get it now. Win-win. Everyone gets to be a winner.
You guys have done a great job. Think you can help out your friends through the steps of win-win solutions?
Sure thing.
Of course! Are you ready?
Now, let's go through the steps to get to a win-win solution.
Here's the problem. You want a brand new pair of expensive sneakers. Your dad says no way.
How are you going to find a win-win solution? What's the first step you have to take? Read the sentences and click on your choice.
Great choice. You got step 1 down.
You already know what step 1 is, so now let's get to work. Match each person to the thing that he or she wants. That's the way to do it. Now you know what each person needs.
Step 1 is complete. Are you ready to fill in step 2? So what are you waiting for? Go! You're really good at this.
You're really on a roll now. Choose one statement for each person that would be a good step 2 thing to say. That's the right step 2 thing to say.
You've only got 1 step to go, so get to it. You're ready to do this on your own.
You're almost finished now. Just choose a win-win solution and your mission is complete. You're really a win-win winner.
Great job, everyone.
May, I really like this win-win thing.
Of course you do, Ash. You always want to win.
Well, who doesn't? But it's even better when 2 people can win.
All right. Now that we got my jewel on hold, let's get to that battle.
Thanks, Quinn. When the next problem pops up, I'll know what steps to take.
Well, you can always call me back if you need a reminder.
Again, another cute ending. Now, on to the next one. Well, we're gonna be jumping into one of the more basic. That's the verb. Dive into the verb first math lesson with fractions.
You guys are doing great. Why don't you figure out some more problems with fractions?
Awesome.
Hey, May, it looks like our Pokémon are getting hungry. Maybe we should take a break and give them a snack.
Oh, just our Pokémon, huh?
Hey there!
Glad you could join us. We're just about to give our Pokémon a snack.
Uh-oh. How are 4 Pokémon gonna share one berry?
Good point. We have to make sure they each get an equal piece, or we'll have some very upset Pokémon.
Let's see if we can get some help on this. Ada at the Learning League lab is really good at solving problems. She'll be able to help us out.
Hi there, Ash. Hey, May, what's new? Hi, Ada. We actually just stopped to give our Pokémon a snack, and we need to figure out how to split this berry so that each gets an equal part. No problem. I'll help you through it.
Thanks, Ada.
Okay, so what we are talking about is a part of a whole. Let's look at your berry as our example. The berry is a whole. Now, if it is cut into 4 pieces, each piece is a part, or fraction, of the whole. Each piece is 1 out of 4, or 1/4. So, the number on the bottom of a fraction is the number of all the pieces that make up the whole. That number is called the denominator. Okay, so we cut the berry into 4 pieces. So the denominator, or total number of pieces, is 4.
What's the number on top of the fraction?
That's the numerator. The numerator tells how large the fraction is.
I got it! Each Pokémon is getting 1 of 4 pieces of the berry. Each Pokémon is getting 1/4 of the berry. Hey, May, it looks like...
You guys are doing great! Why don't you figure out some more problems with fractions? Awesome! Ready, guys? Okay, first one. If we split the berry into 2 pieces, what if you split something in 2, each piece is 1/2? Let's try some more problems. What if we wanted to if you split something in 5, each piece is 1/5? What if we wanted to share the berry with 3? If you split something in 3, each piece is 1/3. What if we wanted to share the berry with 4 Pokémon? If you split something in 4, each piece is 1/4. Good job, guys. I'm sure your Pokémon have worked up an appetite. No fractions here. I want 1 whole of this sandwich. Yum! Oh, Munchlax! Well, thanks for your help anyway. You're great at fractions.
Are you ready for a challenge on your own? See if you can match the fraction and the number. If you can, there's a hidden picture underneath. Good job! See you next time!
Like I said, one of the simpler lessons they've ever made. Yeah. Right now, on to the next one. And thankfully, it's gonna be a bit more complicated than that one. And we're gonna be doing a little planet hopping, as well. We take a look at how the solar system was back in 2006.
Now,
I'm being serious here.
to review this star...
Yeah, you'll see what I mean in a moment.
Look at all those stars. There must be millions, maybe more. I know there are planets out there too, but I think planets are pretty different than stars. Hey, I know. Let's call Sierra on the Poképilot. Hey, Sierra. Are you busy?
Hi, Ash. Actually, you caught me at a great time. I was just about to go outside to look at the night sky with my telescope.
Perfect. I was hoping you could tell me a bit more about stars and planets.
Great. I'm going to look at the Milky Way galaxy. That's my space neighborhood. So in that case, why don't we talk about one specific star and the system that revolves around it? This is the sun. Can you believe that as gigantic and bright as the sun looks, it's an average-sized star? It's one of billions of stars in many galaxies. But this is the one star we can see during the day, unlike all the other stars that we see twinkling at night. Even though the sun is of average size, we see it during the day because it's so much closer to Earth than other stars. The sun and its planets orbiting around it make up the solar system that is part of the Milky Way galaxy. Actually, a really cool thing about science is that we're always discovering new things. We used to say that there are 9 planets in this solar system. Now, there are considered only 8. We no longer include the last one, Pluto.
Wait, did it disappear or something?
Nope. It's just that scientists are always asking questions and learning new things. In this case, they came up with a clearer definition of a planet, and Pluto happens to fit in a different category now.
Okay, so you've got one star and some planets. But why do planets orbit around the sun?
Well, that's a really good question. The sun is the largest body in the solar system by far. The sun makes up 99.8% of all the mass in this solar system. Each planet is kept in its path around the sun, its orbit, because of a force called gravity between the sun and that planet. Because of the sun's enormous mass, it has a huge gravitational pull on the planets. But the sun, as far as we know, makes life possible on only one planet, Earth. Okay, so the planets of this solar system are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune.
That sounds like a lot to remember.
It sure is, but I know a tip to help you remember the order of the planets. My very educated mother just served us noodles. But there are other things besides stars and planets orbiting the sun. There are moons, asteroids, and comets too. Again, it's that great force called gravity that keeps things in orbit.
Okay, so are all the planets the same?
Nope, but there are some similarities. The 4 planets closest to the sun are called the inner planets. They have hard surfaces and are made of rock and other materials. The next 4 planets are called the outer planets and the gas giants because, you guessed it, they are composed of gas and are much larger than the inner planets. So, as you can see, there's certainly a lot going on in this solar system.
Thanks, Sierra. Now I see that not only are planets and stars different from each other, but planets can be different from each other too. There's a lot out there.
Between what I can see during the day, what I can see looking up at the night sky, and what I need a special telescope to see, I've learned there's a lot to investigate. Certainly more than a bunch of twinkling stars. Maybe you want to explore this solar system a bit more?
We can do it!
So, to review this star we've been talking about, the sun, and the 8 planets, roll over each one on the screen. Good luck!
Now, before I go,
When you're done reviewing the solar system, click Next.
As I was saying, before I go, you may notice there's one planet hanging outside the border. You can take a guess which one that is. Yep, as the first part mentioned, and at this point, around this time, Pluto was reclassified as a minor planet. However, you can tell this lesson was produced before the reclassification happened. And so they just kind of masked them. So they just moved it outside the fur. It kind of makes you wonder what the original version of the lesson was going to be.
Now that you've investigated the sun and its 8 planets, click on the correct body of the solar system to answer these questions. Which planet moves fastest around the sun? Right. Since each planet is a different distance away from the sun, it takes each of them different amounts of time to orbit the sun. Which planet is the gas giant with a large ring system and many moons? Right. Saturn's rings are made of ice and rocks of different sizes, and it has 18 moons. Which of the planets is closest in size to Earth? Right. Venus is close in size to the Earth, but Earth is still the only planet with life as we know it. What is the largest body in the solar system? Right. The sun is the largest by far. All planets orbit around the sun. Now, if you think you're ready, how about trying an even bigger challenge? Put the planets in correct order. Sort the planets again. Drag the gas giant planets to the left side of the screen and the rocky planets to the right side.
Wow, that was really cool. Okay, Pikachu, let's put this away and go to sleep. We need to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah, that was easy, but it was definitely not as simple as the last one was. Anyways, our next one finds us back in the language arts section, where this time we'll be tackling how to use comparative adjectives.
Hi, Mary. I brought the videotape of the latest gym challenge for you.
Thanks, Ash. I've got the write-up ready. Now we'll have some great shots to show on the news tonight. By the way, since you're visiting, I was hoping you could help me out.
Sure. What's up?
Turns out my weather forecaster couldn't make it in today. Do you think you could do the forecast on tonight's 6 o'clock news?
Do the forecast? Whoa, that rocks! Definitely!
Great! Then I'll see you back here by 5:30, okay?
Gotcha! Awesome! I'm gonna be weather forecaster. Gee, my first time doing the news. I sure want to do a good job. I know, let's call Lex.
Hi! Great to hear from you, Ash. What's the weather like in your neck of the woods?
That's what I'm calling about. The weather. Actually, forecasting it. Mary asked me to help out on the news tonight, but I've never done it before.
I'm glad you called. That sounds like a big job. Well, one way to let people know what the weather is like might be to compare what it's like in different places.
All right.
What map are you working with?
Here's a town map.
So, to spice up your weather forecast, try comparing the weather in different areas.
Okay, how about these two?
Sorry about the noise in the background.
Hey, it's pretty warm in both Goldenrod City and Cherry Grove City.
Okay, so tell me, can you think of a word that compares the two?
Well, I'd say the temperature's warmer in Cherry Grove City.
Right on! Since both areas are warm, you used a comparative adjective to distinguish between them.
I did? All I did was add ER to change warm to warmer.
Yep, that's all there is to it. To compare two places or things, all you have to do is add the ending ER to the adjective that describes them.
That's easy.
See, Ash, you know more than you think. In fact, I bet you can figure out which adjective to use to compare 3 places.
Okay, I'll add Azalea Town. Well, Azalea Town is warmer than both Goldenrod and Cherry Grove cities. So... Aha! I know. It's the warmest place.
Good thinking. To compare 3 or more places or things, just add EST to the original adjective.
Oh yeah, I knew that. Warm, warmer, warmest. It's super easy.
It's more than super. It's superlative. Adding EST makes it a superlative adjective.
So, does this work with all of the adjectives in the entire weather world?
What? Are you kidding? Not a chance. Check it out. If an adjective ends with a Y, like windy, change the Y to an I, and then add ER or EST.
Gotcha! Windier, windiest.
And when the adjective ends with a short vowel and consonant, you have to double the consonant. So wet becomes wetter and wettest.
Hey, I know a word you can't add ER to. Blustery. You can't say blusterier.
Well, you could, but who'd want to?
Yeah, it sounds too weird.
With some adjectives, especially long ones, you use more and most to compare.
You mean more blustery and most blustery?
Exactly. You can usually tell when to use more and most just by the way the words sound.
Yeah, well, blustery sounds weird no matter how you say it.
Now fill in the comparative adjectives for these locations. Drag each adjective to the city it matches. To compare, check the puddle size in each location.
Exactly. See? A match. Good for you. Exactly. The lighthouse is the wettest.
Now fill in the comparative adjectives for these locations. Drag each adjective to the city it matches. To compare, check the size of the sun.
A match. Good for you. Goldenrod City is sunny. Keep going. We need to find a match for each adjective. A match. Good for you. New Bark Town is sunnier.
Now match these pictures and adjectives. Drag each picture to the adjective it matches.
Way to go! It's miserable at Mahogany Town. Keep going. We need to find a match for each picture. Exactly! It's more miserable near Mount Mortar.
Now match these pictures and adjectives. Drag each picture to the adjective it matches.
That's it! It's windy at New Barktown. Keep going. We need to find a match for each picture. Exactly! It's windier at Blackthorn City. Keep going. We need to find a match for each picture. A match! Good for you! The area around Whirl Islands is the windiest place.
Now match these pictures and adjectives. Drag each picture to the adjective it matches.
Exactly! Azalea Town is warm. Keep going. That's it! Olivine City is warmer. Keep going. A match! Good for you! Cherry Grove City is the warmest. Okay, I think you're getting it.
Then I guess my work's done for now.
Thanks, Lex. You're awesome.
Hey, hope it pays off. Good luck on the news tonight.
All right, let's get ready for our forecast by adding endings to any adjective we might need.
Press the space bar to launch the adjective so it joins with the right word or ending.
First, make a comparative adjective. That's it! This time, make a superlative adjective. That's it! Now, make a superlative or comparative adjective. That's it! Okay, make a comparative adjective. Way to go! This time, make a superlative or comparative adjective. A match! Good for you! Now, make a superlative adjective. Exactly! Okay, make a comparative adjective. Exactly! Last of all, make a superlative or comparative adjective. Way to go! Alright, you got them all! Hey, it's getting late. I promised Mary I'd be back at the studio by 5:30. Gotta run.
Ready, Ash?
Let's do it!
Rolling in. 3, 2, 1, action!
This is Ash Ketchum bringing you the latest and greatest news about the weather in Johto.
Pikachu!
Yep. Well, that was definitely much more fun than the last two. Well, anyways, on to the... Well, once more, we find ourselves in a life skills. This time, we're going with one of the more dated, let me start that again. Now, for this one, it's gonna be another dated one. As for those of you, as we'll be finding exactly what the food pyramid was.
Well, I figure...
Great! Let me tell you about the game. It takes place in a food...
Pikachu, quick attack! Whoa! Good job, Pikachu. I'd like to see fast results like that.
Well, in that case, you might want to think twice before eating that donut, Ash.
What do you mean?
Maybe if you tried some different foods, you'd improve your performance too.
What's food got to do with it?
There are a lot of things to know about what food can do for you. Let's call Quinn at the Learning League lab to tell us about the work he's doing there.
Hi, Brock. Hey, Ash. How's it going?
Pretty good. I've been training my Pokémon and was just about to have something to eat. Brock was saying that maybe we should ask you about how foods can help how people perform too. How are things at the Learning League lab?
Great. Actually, I was just finishing my lunch. You know, the work we do here at the Learning League lab gave me an idea for a new project.
What's that you're drinking?
This? Water. Not only is it really refreshing, but it's an essential nutrient too.
Nutrients? That means it's good for you, right?
Yeah, that's what my project's all about. Take a look. This is how we teach about food and nutrients here at the lab.
Wow! Your body needs a lot of stuff to make it work.
That's what I was saying before, Ash. You can get the nutrients you need from the food you eat.
You mean a donut has nutrients? Great!
Not so fast. All foods have some nutrients, but some foods are more nutritious than others. And there are some foods that are always good to eat, and others, like donuts, which are sometimes foods.
That's exactly what I say on my website. Check out this next page. It shows the food pyramid.
Hey, some sections of the pyramid are wider than others.
Right. That's a reminder to choose more foods from the food groups with the widest stripes.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
The first food group is grains. That includes bread, cereal, and pasta. About half of the grains we eat should be whole grains, like whole wheat bread, oatmeal, or brown rice. Grains are a good source of carbohydrates. They give us energy that the body can release quickly.
You mean a donut has nutrients? Great!
Sure, but donuts can be high in sugar and fat, and too much of that stuff isn't great for you.
Okay, I get it. A donut might not be the best choice. What's next?
Next is the vegetable group. It contains all vegetables and 100% vegetable juice, plus dried beans and peas. Sweet potatoes, tomatoes, and spinach are all great vegetables to eat. Vegetables are a great source of vitamins, minerals, and carbohydrates.
I bet fruit is one of the groups on the pyramid, too.
Right. The fruit group contains all fruits, plus 100% fruit juice. But it's better to stick with the whole fruits than juice. Some great fruits to eat are bananas, oranges, cantaloupe, and dried peaches and apricots. Just like vegetables, they're a good source of vitamins, minerals, and carbohydrates. Next is the smallest group in the pyramid, oils and fats. But we don't need a lot of fat to be healthy. We can get fats in food like butter, oil, and mayonnaise. And it's found naturally in some foods like meat and dairy products. The best fats to eat are low in saturated fats, like olive oil or canola oil. The next group is the milk group. It includes milk, yogurt, and cheese. The best foods to eat from this group are low-fat products. The milk group is a great source of minerals, especially calcium, protein, and some vitamins. On to the last group. That's the meat and beans group. It includes meat, fish, eggs, and dried beans and peas, which are also found in the vegetable group. Beans are in two groups because they can be high in protein, which is the main nutrient from the meat group, along with minerals. Protein helps the body grow and repair itself. It also gives us energy.
So which group is best to choose from?
It's great to eat a wide variety of food from the pyramid, and foods that aren't high in fat are always good choices.
Okay, so basically, it's best to eat a lot of whole grains and veggies every day, and try not to eat a lot of fats.
You got it. Hey, maybe your friends want to try a game I'm doing for the website.
Want to try it? Pikachu, quick attack! Whoa, good job.
Great. Let me tell you about the game. It takes place in a food mart. You'll get a shopping list. Drag the food items from the food mart into your shopping cart to complete your shopping list. If you pick healthy food choices, your energy meter will rise. If you pick choices that aren't so healthy, your energy meter will go down. Got it?
Go for it!
Nice! Fish like light meat tuna is high in protein and lower in fat than some other stuff in the meat group. Besides being pretty tasty, broccoli will load you up with vitamins and minerals. Good going! Yum! Yogurt is a nice treat, has lots of calcium, and is low in fat to boot. Great choice! Whole wheat bread is rich in whole grains. Nice job! Olive oil is a healthy fat. Sweet! When you drink OJ, you get a boost of vitamins and minerals. Thanks for helping me test my site. It sounds like this will be helpful to people here at the lab.
Thank you, Quinn. Okay, now I think I get this.
Still feel like a donut?
Maybe not. I want to keep up with Pikachu today. And we've got a long trip to the next town tomorrow. What else do we have to eat?
Look in the basket.
Great! Let me tell you about the game. It takes place in a food...
While I figure out what I'll pack from our food basket, what would you pack in your backpack to give you enough energy for a long hike?
Wait for me to tell you what kind of food to look for, and then drag it from the basket to the backpack, alright? How about a snack from the grain group that's rich in carbohydrates? Good choice. How about something that's a good source of protein? Good choice. How about something with calcium? Gotta keep the bones strong. Good choice. How about some fruits or veggies for a dose of vitamins and minerals? Good choice. How about something to drink when you're thirsty? Good choice.
Hey, Ash. Hey, Brock.
Boy, am I thirsty. That was a long walk to the Pokémon Center.
Hey, Max. How about a bottle of water instead?
Why? I like soda.
But water is an important nutrient. Your body can't function without it.
Really?
Really. You know,
I'm practically an expert on nutrition.
Oh, brother.
Indeed. Now, I think we got time for one more. For them. Think are not no. Anyways, for our last one of the evening, this one will be one thing I can guarantee, it'll be much less data. Right? Let's do one thing or two about discounts.
Now you're getting it.
Whoa, what a wipeout! I hope Brawly's okay.
Pika!
Man, that was some wave.
Yes. Oh, yes, she is. Okay, hold on. Sorry about the interruption there. I had to go take care of something for my neighbor. Anyways, back to the lesson.
I got crushed.
At least you're okay. That's what's most important.
Yeah, but my board's totaled. Major bummer. I'm landlocked, dude.
We gotta do something. Hey, look at that! The Wave Rider Extreme! Maybe we can all pitch in and get Brawly a new board as a present. But I saw the same one at a different shop yesterday. Maybe I should go there instead? I think a surfboard is pretty expensive. Let's call Ada. She'll help us figure it out. Hi, Ada.
Hey, Ash, what's up?
Well, I'm checking out surfboards for my friend Brawly at different shops. Surfboards can be expensive, so I'm trying to figure out which one is cheapest.
Shopping? No problem. I'm an expert. So let's talk about what you would do to compare how much the boards cost, their price, at the different shops. To start, what if I told you I saw 3 different prices, $200, $180, and $150? Which would be cheapest? Right! But that price isn't always the final price. Sometimes you see a sign that says some % off. For example, 20% off. And that means a sale. A sale can mean big savings or just a few dollars off. To figure it out, you need to check the regular price and the % off or discount. They both affect the final sale price.
So, how do I figure out the rest?
No sweat. In fact, once I got it down, I was using percents to figure out discounts all the time. Like yesterday, I got this great pair of shoes on sale, and then, when I was walking back to the lab, I saw another sale with this awesome bag. And of course, I had to get it because it went with the shoes and,
Ada?
Oh, sorry. It's just such a great thing to know, and I just love a good sale. So here we go. Let's say a surfboard regularly costs $200, and on sale, it's 25% off. To calculate the reduced sale price, we first have to find 25% of 200, and then subtract that amount from the regular price. I call that descent by the percent.
Okay, so step 1. 25% of 200?
Can you give it a try? How do you find the percentage of a number?
Oh, you multiply the number by the given percent.
Right. 25% of 200 is the same as 200 times 25%.
But how can I multiply a percent?
Percents can be written in different ways. I usually change the percent to a decimal. To change a percent to a decimal, drop the percent sign and move the decimal point 2 places to the left. Now, get ready for some multiplication calculation. Okay, in goes the regular price and our decimal percentage, 0.25. Now, let's calculate. Don't forget, the number of decimal places in the product equals the total number of decimal places in the factors.
Got it! So the decimal point goes 2 places to the left. Cool! 25% of 200 is 50. But we still don't know the sale price.
It's time for step 2. We have to subtract the percentage amount from the regular price to get the sale price. Remember, descent by the percent. In goes the regular price and the percentage amount that we have to subtract. Get the numbers straight, then calculate. So the price of a surfboard that regularly costs $200 but was on sale for 25% off would be
$150.
Now you're getting it. How about trying out a practice problem? I'll give you another example. This time, we'll make the regular price $190 and the sale 30% off. So, what's the sale?
What's the first thing we have to do?
Click on the step to take. If you need help, click the Sale Steps button.
According to step 1, we have to start by finding 30% of 190. So we have to multiply.
Click Multiply. Now, drag numbers into the boxes to fill in the regular price and the decimal representation of the percent. When you're finished, click Calculate.
Good job!
Yeah! 30% of 190 is 57. Now for step 2.
Click Subtract.
Okay, here we go. Fill in the regular price and the percentage amount to subtract.
When you're finished, click Calculate. There you go!
Awesome! The sale price is 133.
100% correct! You're ready to go, so shop till you drop.
Oh yeah, I'm ready now.
Hey Ash, you busy?
Brawly, I was just thinking of you. What's up?
No action here, dude. None. Nada. Zip. Boy, I sure miss my board.
Don't worry, Brawly. I have a feeling your luck's about to change.
Sure hope so, pal. I'll catch you later.
Now you're getting it. How about trying out a practice?
Oh yeah! Brawly's gonna be so pumped when he sees his new board. Are you ready to do some board shopping?
Pikachu!
Here you go. Check out this info.
Fill in the correct numbers, then calculate the multiplication.
You got it. That's the percentage off amount. On to the subtraction.
Fill in the correct numbers, then calculate the subtraction.
Awesome! Now we know the sale price of the Wave Rider Extreme at this store. Okay.
Fill in the correct numbers, then calculate the multiplication.
You got it. That's the percentage off amount. On to the subtraction.
Fill in the correct numbers, then calculate the subtraction.
Awesome! Now we know the sale price of the Wave Rider Extreme at this store. One store to go. Here's the sale info.
Fill in the correct numbers, then calculate the multiplication.
You got it. That's the percentage off amount. On to the subtraction.
Fill in the correct numbers, then calculate the subtraction.
Awesome! Now we know the sale price of the Wave Rider Extreme at this store. Alright! You figured out the information we need. Now let's compare the sale prices for the 3 stores. Click on the store with the best price for the Wave Rider Extreme. Excellent! Hang 10 definitely has the best deal. Come on, let's go! Wow! This board's great! Brawly's gonna be so surprised.
Oh man, I can't believe it! A Wave Rider Extreme? Totally awesome, dude!
Glad you like it, Brawly. There's nothing better than a happy surfer, dude. Thanks, pal, for helping me pull it off.
Well, I have to say, that's a good one. Good way to end things off. Well, that'll do it for this edition of MediaNutso Plays. Tomorrow night, we'll be picking up where I was supposed to play last week, but Now, in case you missed it, last week there was a bit of technical difficulty, so I couldn't do the scheduled stream as planned. But tomorrow, well, I'm making it up by well, we'll be streaming Freddy Fish 2 and 4. Plus another one. Which one? Well, tune in to find out. Until then, this is MediaNutso signing off.